This lineup of system sellers could only be found on Switch. Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we'll be looking at the most anticipated Nintendo Switch games. Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. There's a lot of games to look forward to, so this list won't be ranked in any particular order. Although, since most of these games barely have any information announced about them, we decided to ask you, the MojoPlays fans, what you're looking forward to the most. Apologies in advance if we say your name wrong.
A gift to help guide the lost.
Luigis Mansion 3. In 2001, the first Luigi's Mansion's creepy atmosphere and unique mechanics firmly cemented it as one of the best games released for the GameCube. While it had a lesser-played 3DS sequel in 2013, the third entry in this series is hopefully going to pull off the same trick on the Nintendo Switch. With updated graphics and a whole 18 years to get gamers excited for a home console sequel, it's hard not to be looking forward to Luigi's Mansion 3. Though it's worth noting that this is a working title. But since it's retaining the classic ghost-sucking gameplay and spooky comedy people know and love, it's bound to be a hit. Untitled Goose Game. Geese are pretty much the ultimate trolls in real life, and now they've made the leap to become the ultimate trolls in video games too. Luckily, this goose in particular is who you'll be playing as. Untitled Goose Game, which, yes, is its actual title, sees players step into the shoes of one unruly goose, tasked with annoying, frustrating, and downright bullying all the human NPCs in the game. You can steal their things, hide objects, bite them, break stuff, all with the aim of making the other characters as angry as possible, just like a real goose. The game drew a lot of attention at PAX West with this huge lineup. That alone should tell you everything. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3: The Black Order.
Idiots. Your stupidity may have doomed the universe.
Wouldn't be the first time, sweetheart.
It will have been an entire decade since the last Marvel Ultimate Alliance game came out, that one releasing on every console out there across a number of years, including PSP and 3DS. So it came as a shock to some when a third game was announced at the 2018 Game Awards, and as a Switch exclusive. While that may be disappointing to some, it's a great thing that Ultimate Alliance 3 has finally found a home being published by Nintendo. And the great CJ says he can't wait. Unlike many of the single-player Switch releases, Ultimate Alliance 3 has 4-player co-op, so a group of friends can take on the mantles of their favorite Marvel heroes together.
I shall be waiting here for you.
Fire Emblem: Three Houses.
Now, the goddess watches over Fodlan from her kingdom above, as the mother of all life.
A franchise to rival Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem has been going strong for the last 30 years and is only set to get stronger thanks to it finally making its Switch debut. Previously relegated to handheld consoles, intelligent systems finally have access to the more powerful hardware of a home console for the first time since Radiant Dawn, and it shows. From gameplay clips released so far, it looks like Three Houses is going to be a departure and the first Fire Emblem to feature a fully rendered and explorable open world. Based on the response we got, a lot of people are even looking forward to Fire Emblem more than a new Pokemon or Metroid.
Promise me that you won't forget me.
Yoshi's Crafted World. Yoshi games may not be groundbreaking, but they're guaranteed to be both adorable and fun as hell. In his first solo outing since the very similar Yoshi's Woolly World, Yoshi is tasked with recovering some gems stolen by Baby Bowser. It's a standard Mario game in every way, with all the side-scrolling, puzzle platforming gameplay any Nintendo fan could desire. But perhaps the best thing about it is the visuals and art style, where, as the title would suggest, everything has a cutesy handmade vibe, which goes to emphasize how much time and effort Good Feel have put into Yoshi's latest adventure. Rebel Galaxy Outlaw.
Alright then, I'll send the information to you.
Thanks.
What's odd about this release is that the first game, Rebel Galaxy, didn't come out on Switch at all. Luckily, Rebel Galaxy Outlaw is a series prequel, so all those people who only have a Switch have nothing to worry about in terms of the story. And they'll be getting some exciting gameplay upgrades to boot. Players get to take command of a small spacecraft of their own, now moved to a fully 3D rendering of outer space, and will be able to engage in dogfights and space piracy, all to a soundtrack that would fit right at home in the Firefly universe. What more could you want from an open-world space shooter? Animal Crossing. This may be another game reduced to a working title, but that's not stopping anybody from getting excited about the next mainline Animal Crossing. Coming less than a year after its announcement in September of 2018, people have spent the last few months speculating and compiling wish lists of what they want to see this time around. The town is going to be brought to life even further, with some asking for extensions in the player's mayoral duties, changing the town layout, building where you like, and even more options for customizability are all things we're hoping to get out of Animal Crossing Switch. Oh, and our editor agrees with Mr. Simtastic here, shocked at how the game came last on our anticipation poll. Seriously guys, check out Animal Crossing. Bayonetta 3. The general consensus around Bayonetta 3 is that as long as it lives up to the high standards of its predecessor, it's bound to be a hit, or even a Game of the Year contender if James Jackson's claim is to be believed. Bayonetta 2's move to the Wii U didn't diminish the series' quality at all, so an outing for her on the Switch can only bring further improvements. Now a Nintendo exclusive, Bayonetta 3 will fill the hack-and-slash void in the hearts of everybody who can't play Devil May Cry 5 when it comes out later this year. While Sonic Saiyan 07 wishes Platinum Games would release more info, the fact that they're keeping their cards close to their chest could also bode very well for them, making Bayonetta 3 all the more exciting. Pokemon.
Game Freak has begun developing a core RPG Pokemon title on Nintendo Switch.
Winning our anticipation poll by a landslide, Nintendo and Pokemon are synonymous and have been for decades, so it's no surprise that people are desperate for the next true Pokemon RPG release for the Nintendo Switch. Unfortunately, the only thing we know about this game so far is that it's on the Switch and there's going to be Pokemon. Still, that alone has fans excited. Jay Savages only says he's looking forward to the game because Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu were trash. And Jamie Walsh says that a new Pokemon game is what we wanted ever since the Switch was announced. And finally, Limi Wijaja, I hope that's how you say your name, says he's excited because he is like Pikachu. Okay, if you say so.
It may not release for more than a year, but we hope you'll look forward to it all the same. Before we go, let's take a look at some of the suggestions that didn't quite make the list, mostly because there's too many great Switch games coming. Sweet Lou and Jazzu41 said Mortal Kombat 11. Good choice, just don't play it on the subway next to school kids. Both Naful Irvinsia and Live 5 say Shin Megami Tensei 5. That game almost made this list, but given how long Persona 5 took, we may be waiting a long while again. Jalen Thomas says, I honestly want a new Mario Kart. The good news, Jalen, is that there is a new Mario Kart set to release this year. However, it's for smartphones and not the Switch. Take from that what you will. And finally, Luis Medina says, let's hope for Half-Life 3 this year. We can sadly only hope at this stage, Luis. We can only hope. Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.